Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Shiv Kumar and this is a channel where I want to share with you my journey about building this whole platform or community for explorers. And if this is your first time here, I would highly recommend you pause this video, go back and look at the previous 4 videos wherein I've spoken about the idea, how I got this whole idea of building this platform, what are the struggle that I've gone through, what is the use cases that I'm trying to solve here and all those stuff. And that will kind of like form as a context for you to understand what I'll be talking now and in the future. And so let's get started. So as of last video, we were almost up until late April of 2021, wherein I had actually built this website called Help Corona, wherein I was trying to consolidate information, all the scattered information that is available on the internet about the helpful resources which are from verified sources or trustworthy sources, which are scattered in say like Twitter or WhatsApp and various other websites and all this stuff. So this is exactly the point where, as I told you, I got this whole idea about what I need to build should ideally be called as a platform or a community rather than calling it an app. That makes more sense. And second thing is the keyword, which is trustworthy information. That's exactly the two of the things pillars on which I wanted to start building this whole community around. Now, one of the websites that I bumped into during this building of my website, which I was pointing to in my website rather, was looked quite interesting, and the URL was a little bit bizarre. But the way the information was presented was very user friendly, very simple. It was almost like a simple drop down thing wherein you just select certain filter conditions and you get the results corresponding to those filters. And this was built on a platform called Glide, because the way I searched for it is like uh, I went to this particular website, it still had that company branding, and then I went to that company, I figured out the company is called Glide Apps and what they do and all the stuff, and that's how I got exposed to this platform. Now, this was a moment which was an absolute eye opener for me, because the moment I saw this website, this platform, let me tell like that, the moment I saw this platform on which the other website was built, I somehow realized that this has a very good potential of being what I want. And over the next, I would say probably about 2 days or so, my entire effort regarding this whole platform was spent reading and learning about this platform. I didn't do anything else. I didn't write out anything. I didn't write new ideas, new points, nothing, new features, nothing. But I just scanned through whatever information was available on the internet about this particular website or the platform. Unfortunately, there wasn't too many tutorials available. There were like hardly handful of about like 3 or 4 guys who were like experienced in how to use this particular website, who had done numerous videos. And this is like a very new platform. This whole platform was very new and it's hardly 2 years old. And the guys here who were publishing videos on YouTube were like doing it from past maybe about 8 months or 10 months. That's it, nothing else. Because this whole concept was new, and this whole concept is called no code apps. So you don't need a knowledge about any language or any platform using which you go and write your apps, but this is something wherein you build on top of Google Sheets, where Google Sheet becomes your basic data storage or database, and you build a front end wherein you talk to the Google Sheet and retrieve the information. You can write, you can do all CRUD operations on top of it. And the more I tried to learn using the documentation available on the website, like I got more fascinated towards this whole platform and this no code apps. So this was more of like the geek in me trying to like who's got attracted towards something very interesting or something very new in the market like that. So this this whole no code apps itself is very new into the world, and like about like 3 or 4 platforms are currently available, and each one has their own plus and minus. I'm not gone like deep dive into any of the other. This one looked good, so I just tried to continue on this one. But whatever is there, it's a completely fascinating new world. And at that point of time, I realized that it's enough of me trying to go chasing people or figuring out people, trying to save money or whatever, and coming up with ideas and all those things. Let me start putting my thoughts into this particular platform and see if I can bring out the product. Okay, that's exactly was what I was thinking during that time. And I took one big decision at that time. That is, I need to give 100% concentration if I'm doing this one, and I should not get distracted with anything. And moreover, this whole distraction thing had a different turn during April because of all the pain and agony that was going around, like so many death related news, so many struggle for stuff and all those things, which it was kind of like inducing kind of like a negative mindset and negative energy around whatever was happening in everybody's life. It's not, I'm not telling it's only my life, but everyone was going through this one. So I just took one very drastic decision at that point of time. That is, I will stop and move away from all social media and whatever I am active on, which included WhatsApp also, because I was seeing that like I'm there in like handful number of WhatsApp groups where even there at one time there were people asking for help, and other side people sharing information which was not something which was supposed to be shared on such social media groups. You can't control it. So I just decided I will remove WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook, everything from my phone, and I'll stay away from even Twitter for that matter, because over a period of time I just realized that Twitter is just becoming like a platform for sharing fake news. Okay, though Twitter and Jack, under the leadership of Jack, they're trying all that possible to ensure that there is no fake news, but all these paid campaigns are just making things very evident. So I decided I'll move away from all these things. I signed out and cleared my login information from my laptop on my iMac, removed the apps from my phone. My only agenda was, starting first of May, I will spend all my time, energy, whatever it is outside of my work life in building this prototype or the first beta launch version of my platform. And over the next several weeks, all thanks to this me moving away from the social media, it gave me a lot of time. Otherwise, I would have wasted probably like 70 to 80% of my time scrolling through Instagram photos or watching YouTube videos and things like that. But I just made sure that I got like enough time and shaped up quite a bit of stuff around this whole platform that I'm building. I got a lot of help from the community members from this particular website, this whole platform, what I'm talking about, and a lot of people helped me out with some issues that I had, like how to resolve it, how to implement things and all. It's not fully done as we speak, but it's not that it's in a shape wherein I can't launch it in the coming weeks. So probably as of the date when you're seeing this video, the beta launch for this particular platform or community is just like a handful of weeks away. The plan is to launch this platform in a very small scale sometime in the early July of this year, which is 2021. So as of now, even when we speak, there is lockdown all across the country, or at least in majority of the states. So people can't travel, people can't go out, especially in Bangalore or in Karnataka, people can't go out after 10 a.m. in the morning. So the 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock in the morning is the only time then people can go out, only for essentials. So this whole aspect of being able to use this platform and map things on it, especially from the contributor end, would be affected because of all this lockdown and all, but I'm perfectly fine with it. But at least formally the beta launch will happen hopefully in the first half of July, and I'll definitely let you guys know through this through this platform, that is YouTube, as to how things goes or when the things are getting planned and all those stuff. But as I requested in some of my previous videos, the request continues here as well. If there are things that you would like to see, or if there are things that you would like to me to handle, or anything, or for that matter, as I told you, even if you feel that there are platforms which are already available on, say, like Play Store or App Store, which are doing similar things which is available in our country and all, please do bring it into my notice, either through comments or through the email which is there in the description. While I'm doing this, I spent some time over the last few weekends going through YouTube, because that's the only app that I have access to on my phone right now. So going through YouTube and trying to fish out certain names from the travel community, from the exploring, and kind of like people who are into offbeat exploration kind of a thing, people who are into food exploration in different places. I've handpicked quite a few names. These are not the people who have millions of followers or like thousands of followers on Instagram and all. These are people who are like pretty new or slightly established, because the moment we try to reach out to people who have millions of followers, the first thing that they ask is like they treat this as a way wherein I am approaching them to market this particular platform, which is not the case. So I'm doing that part of it right now, that is trying to get hold of names who can probably be invited for being the contributors in the first beta launch of this particular platform. So if you really think you know certain contributors who can definitely be some help in this platform, please do refer them to me through the email ID which is there in the description. So that's how it is progressing. More updates in the coming videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.